But it's good for us. I think our batsmen are comfortable batting in the first half of the innings, and I think looking at our depth, looks like it's going to be favourable as well.
And talking about Saudi Arabia, 8 overs format, Abdul Wahid in form, so is Faisal Khan. What is the total you want to post?
We'll look for something over 85-90 runs. I think anything over 10 runs and over is going to be difficult for the chasing team. And looking at our depth, I'll back my bowlers to defend that.
And what have you done with the side?
It's the same side.
All the best and do well.
Thank you.
So news from the centre is that Rohit Paudel, the captain of Nepal, has won the toss and he has opted to bowl first.
Yeah, no surprise that Nepal have won the toss and bowl first. One correction, though, and that's a correction for Hisham Sheikh, the captain of Saudi Arabia. I think he was a bit absent-minded and he might have just forgotten that there is indeed one change. Atifa Rahman goes out of the side, the big tall fast bowler. He played yesterday, wasn't overly effective. He's been dropped and left out today. For Nepal, just the one change too. We're going to see Pratish GC into the starting 11 for the first time in the tournament. Sampal Kami will have a rest. I would imagine we'll see him back in a couple of days' time at the semi-final. So here is the state of play. In Group A, we'll hopefully be able to give you a look at it here. There is action across right now. In fact, Hong Kong are looking very good. They don't just need a win, they need a big win. For Malaysia, the situation was more clear. But right now, Hong Kong, they need 37 more from the remaining 11 overs. They are flying over there. Babar Hayat has finally come to the party with a 24-ball 50. Nizakat Khan is 42 off 20. It's not looking good for Malaysia. Hong Kong will be in the picture. And what that will mean, possibly, we'll wait for all the calculations, is that Saudi Arabia are probably going to have to win this game. Otherwise, it could be Hong Kong, China vaulting their net run rate above Qatar. We'll wait and see all those calculations. Nepal are through. And the great news is Group B this afternoon, well, it's all to play for. Cambodia and Bahrain are gone, but all three of those teams, will run you through their permutations later. They can still get to the semi-finals. Oman, Kuwait and UAE. UAE will take on Cambodia and the hosts will play Kuwait. It's going to be a marvellous finish here on a wonderful Wednesday. And here come the players. Looks like Karen KC is going to take the new ball. Rohit Paudel, his Nepal side have, well, started a little shakily, I felt. They only just about squeezed past Malaysia in the first game. Then Dipendra Singh Airi, well, he caught the attention of the world, didn't he, with those 6 sixes in game 2. Sensational smashing Kuram Khan of Qatar for 6 maximums from the very final over of that first innings. And then we'll run you through our officials. There's one of our 2 umpires. We've got Viswanathan Khalidis from Malaysia, Morshad Ali Khan at square leg from Bangladesh. And there's our 2 opening batters. Faisal Khan, the big hitter. He's going to be critical in this shortened game. Just run you through the playing conditions as well. We will have a 2-over power play. So 2 overs of blitzkrieg at the top. And then we will have 6 overs of 5 fielders allowed outside the circle. 4 bowlers is all both sides need to use. They can use more. Abdul Manan Ali, the keeper batter, will open things up. 53 runs, good strike rate, 156 so far in the tournament. Faisal Khan, though, so important. We see a change in the tactics, really, because it's an 8-over game. Abdul Wahid drops down the order. And Karen KC, just the 1 wicket for him. Reasonable economy rate, though, 7.5. So 8 overs per side. 4 bowlers are all that are required. They can bowl 2 overs each. And Andrew Leonard here, alongside dashing Mudassar Ali, who's going to say hello to me after this ball. Just saw him at the toss. But we're all set for play. Miraculous work done by the ground staff. Our thanks to them again, Anoop and all of his team. The amount of rain we had last night, you wouldn't believe, but we're set for play. 8 overs per side. An immediate flying start, but is it a chance? It's put down. Oh, I think it's Lalit Rajbanshi. And to add insult to injury, it's burst through his hands and gone for 6. It's going to be an energetic 8 overs we have, Mudassar, and it's a flying start for Saudi Arabia.
Oh, absolutely. What a start. Not afraid to pull fast bowler, an easy chance put on top of that. It's a maximum. Faisal Khan, the mark in style, so is Saudi Arabia.
Well, that surprises me. Lalit Rajbanshi at deep backward square. I'll tell you why. And this has gone a long way up. Going to be a chance. Second ball. Kushal Malla holds on. Well, the drop is only going to cost 6. I was surprised Rajbanshi's in such an important position. Him and Bahara may be the two that struggle a bit in the field for this Nepal side. Lalit Rajbanshi, well, he's been moved now, hasn't he, I think? He's going to breathe a heavy sigh of relief. The first wicket.
No mistake this time from the fielder. It's an 8 overs game and he wanted to take on one of the premier fast bowler, Karan Casey of Nepal. Bowling into Faisal Khan, wanted to go towards mid-off, not managed well. Good catch taken by the fielder, Kushal Malla. The first wicket going down, Faisal Khan managing just 6 of 2 balls. Saudi Arabia 6 for the loss of 1.
So it's going to be Abdul Wahid replacing his close relative who's been dismissed. So how can Abdul Wahid start? Well, this is thudded into the pad. That's close. Oh, maybe just the height. Karan KC was convinced immediately, wasn't he? Very marginal call given as runs. Was there an inside edge potentially?
That is the only reason I think it saved the batter. Need a slow motion here. Replay. But nonetheless, off the mark, Abdul Wahid. They started with a new combination, Faisal Khan and Abdul Manan. Faisal is back in the hut. Out comes the run machine of Saudi Arabia, Abdul Wahid.
I'm not convinced that there is an inside edge there. Big swing and a miss. Given as runs. Given as runs, though, so that's why the umpire has said not out. Nipped back a long way, didn't it? Could have been missing leg, but I don't think there was bat involved, just my opinion.
The benefit of doubt going to the batter here. But what a start. He created the chance, dropped to the fielder, gone for maximum. Now a wicket, a single. Wild swing nowhere near the ball. It's an 8-over game. Saudi Arabia want to take their chance. During the toss, Hisham Sheikh said they want to post 80-85. That might give a reasonable chance for Saudi Arabia to win this game and move into that semi-final.
Just got a second look at the replay on my own screen in front of me of that drop catch that went for 6 from the very first delivery. It was indeed Lalit Rajbanshi. He's been unceremoniously whipped out a deep backward square leg and moved fielding position. The ball nearly follows him towards mid-wicket, but it'll be Sandeep Jora who does the work. Just trying to see who it is. I think it's Kushal Bertel that was sent out to deep backward square instead of him. End of the first. It's 8 for 1. Okay, there's the teams. It's one change for both sides. So in comes Pratish GC. Looking forward to seeing him bowl the left arm seamer for Nepal. And Sampal Kami, who's been a bit unlucky to be wicketless. 2 drop catches off his bowling. He goes out to the 11. I suspect we'll see him back in the semi-final. And in comes Saad Khan in place of Atifa Rahman for Saudi Arabia. You thought that it might have been Pratish GC to start, but Lalit Rajbanshi has been tossed the ball. Would you have done this as the skipper, Mudassir?
Why not? It's a 8-over game. Let the batter go after the bowler, and he is one of the best left-arm orthodox. Give them the flight, let him go big. The power play of 2 overs, and wherein Saudi will be having a very good opportunity to take on Lalit. Following the batter, misses the lines, so is the wicket keeper.
But that for me is why I'm surprised, because there is only those 2 overs of the power play. I would have thought they might have gone with, well, possibly a Pratish GC who's been brought into the team. The skipper is going to back one of his strengths, which is his spin bowling. And Lalit Rajbanshi has only 2 fielders outside the circle, long off and deep mid-wicket. They're the 2, split field. And mid-wicket's right on the edge of the circle. Kushal Mal, another one of the bowling options. For Nepal, they're into the semi-finals, already top of the group. But they won't want to lose this game.
Indeed, and I believe keeping in mind the windy conditions, blowing across the ground to one side, that might be the reason. Rohit Paudel going with the spinner from this end. Now long on, mid-wicket 2-fielder station outside the 30-yard circle. Dancing down the track. Was there an opportunity for the wicket keeper? It was far away. So first extras on board.
Yeah, the question is this a miss stumping? I know it's going to be a wide no matter what, but remember, he can be stumped off a wide. Oh, probably would have got back, because that back came down quite quickly. Not cleanly gloved by Asif Sheikh. Hammers it away. Deep mid-wicket's got work to do. Can't cut it off. Just a little short, wasn't it? And Waheed gets a good piece of it. Gets 4.
Was in an awkward position, going back very deep into the crease, but somehow manages to put it away from the deep mid-wicket fielder. The first boundary for Abdul Waheed. They need a win here to make sure they move into the semi-final Saudi Arabia.
Swept again. Now the fielder had just moved. He'd gone much straighter. That's really good batting. The first one was well in front of square. This time he manipulates the field nicely. Really surprised seeing Rajbanshi bowl here in just a 2-over power play.
He's adjusted quite well and using those big gaps toward the leg side. So back-to-back boundaries for Abdul Waheed, and for Saudi Arabia. They want to cash on this over of Lalit. Already 10 runs of 4 deliveries. Can he get a couple of more boundaries in this over? Shimmy down the track, running hard.
Yeah, better field this time. I don't think you need long off out. If you could only have one of long off or long on, get the best fielder on the pitch. One of the best fielders in Oman. Maybe one of the best fielders in the world, isn't he? Dipender Singh Airi. Get him out there. Brilliant to watch. Gets through the over with not too much damage still. Going to be 12 from it. Jora and Airi converge together. End of the second. It's 20 for 1. Okay, breaking news. Or about to be breaking news here, Mudassir. The other ground, Hong Kong. Well, remarkable. Associate cricket, you just can't predict it, can you? Malaysia made 140 for 9. Hong Kong have chased that down at a canter with 8 overs to spare. We'll wait for the official calculations. We'll have that points table updated hopefully in the next over or 2. Hong Kong have just placed themselves firmly in the semi-final picture. Malaysia, they're gone.
And yet again, the superheroes for Hong Kong, Nizakat Khan and Babar Hayat, the run machine. Babar Hayat managing 83 of just 35 balls with the help of 9 sixes and 2 fours. It shows the quality of the high-class quality of Babar Hayat. So yet again, it's wide open, this group. So 2 overs of power play done, 20 on board. They have lost Faisal Khan, and KC will continue his second over.
Yeah, 4 bowlers all that required in this 8-over game. That one's hit out towards protection and taken. Oh, a brilliant catch. That's very well judged by Kushal Bertel. He took a similar one at long off. This time it's long on. Outstanding judgment. the pace to the ball, the key, and the second wicket goes to Karen KC.
Powerfully struck, and windy conditions not easy, especially as a fielder at those kind of positions. An excellent take, terrific. So wicket number 2 going down, trying to raise the tempo of the runs. Abdul Mannan Ali departs Saudi Arabia, 20 for the loss of 2.
Waji ul Hassan, just 1 run shy of a 100-run landmark for the competition. He's played pretty nicely, isn't he? I thought he was excellent yesterday. Really, the one batter to stand up. The problem yesterday for Saudi Arabia, that innings of 20 from 32 deliveries from the skipper in a chase of 150 was very costly. KC's at it again. Oh, this is going to be close, maybe just height. Ball definitely moving around. It is still quite windy, Mudassir.
Especially it's not easy to take on someone like Karan Casey, who has that extra pace, and he also has that knack of moving the ball both the ways. I think they need to be very smart, especially against Karan Casey. Take 6-7 runs. This is final over. You cannot afford to lose one more wicket in this over. The good news for Saudi Arabia, Abdul Wahid is still out there in the middle, batting at strike rate of 200. And Waji yet to open his account. The last batter, it was Abdul Mannan Ali, was back in the hut.
Difficult, isn't it, in a shortened game, 8 overs per side. You feel as a batter, you have to, well, just swing at everything, don't you? But it needs to be somewhat controlled, the targeting of where you're scoring your runs, how are you scoring your runs. At the moment, it feels just a bit like blind swinging from Saudi, a little bit of panic.
Well, that is what we are witnessing. The right word said, a little bit of panic. They have a very good opportunity to say 8 overs format. They need to be very smart. You cannot play too many dot balls here. Going for that scoop shot, not in command. A look at that effort put in from the wicket keeper, Asif. A lucky escape for Waji ul Hassan.
Again, panic, wasn't there? He didn't know where to score, so he looked for a get-out shot. Really good effort from Asif Sheikh. I just felt he did all the hard work. Maybe he thought it was coming a bit more back towards him. He did get there, had to get the dive in, but couldn't hold on. Lalit Rajbanshi said, after you, Asif. I think that's yours, and rightly so. Asif has the gloves.
Look at that effort, and what is Lalit doing? He's just chasing the wicket keeper. What an effort. Terrific.
This is nicely hit. That's gone many a mile. There's a waddy over there. We could have a rather wet ball, I suspect. Abdul Wahid, he's a touch of class, isn't he, in this Saudi Arabian lineup? Surely he should have been opening the batting. Perfect hook shot for 6.
Some Caribbean flavor from Abdul Wahid. Nicely picked on the back foot. Connects well. And a maximum, the first maximum for Abdul Wahid. It's not easy to take Karan Casey, that too from the off stump towards the deep square leg, but he managed it quite well. So runs are coming for Saudi Arabia. The problem has been they have lost 2 wickets very quickly.
Now often that wadi over there will be dry, but today it's wet because that rain we had last night was exceptional. All throughout North Africa, the Middle East, often those wadis are dry, but when it rains, well, as we've seen in some of the footage from the UAE, from Oman, the last 48 hours, there's been a bit of carnage in and around and some tragedies as well. Really shocking to hear the news of some deaths in Oman. Just very unseasonal weather. Miraculous, we're getting all our cricket in. Oh, this is brilliant batting. This man is a cut above what any of the other Saudi Arabia batters are capable of. I think he's a superb player. He's flown to 22 off just 7 back-to-back sixes.
And good to see, not afraid to take on Karan Casey. It was in this radar and goes towards that mid-wicket region. And it's a back-to-back maximum to finish the over number 3. 33 for the loss of 2.
Lalit Rajbanshi for his second and final. Okay, time for an exclusive. Come on. We've heard about T20 cricket, 2020. Some even play a bit of T10 now for 10 overs. That's known as T10. What are we calling this? 8 overs per side. I've got a few ideas, but I want to leave it up to you, Mudassir. 8 overs per side. What's it going to be called?
I would say always respect your seniors. So it's first you, Andrew.
I want to know what have you got up your sleeve? Come on, mate. Something with I'll give you a hint. Something with an E. Has to start with an E because T10 for 1010, for T20 for 2020. What's our 8 over per side contest called here?
Always make sure to put me in a tough kind of situation.
Come on, Mudassir.
It's a lunchtime, feeling hungry, Andrew.
I'll have to do it for you, won't I? Half an appeal. Could be a run-out chance. Sheikh can't affect the direct hit, so they'll scramble through for a single. I'll give you a few ideas. What about Energy 8? E8. Sounds a bit cool, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and they need that kind of energy, especially in a shorter format, 8 overs format. As a fielder, as a bowler, and as a batter, you need that positive energy to get those quick runs. And 10 out of 10 for you. And I also do go with Energy 8s in the air, just falling short of the fielder, Jora. Good to see the way they're batting, especially this man, Abdul Wahid, on 23 of just 8.
Got one more for you. I might like my second one more. Energy 8's good. The second idea is always a better one because you improve upon the first, don't you? What about Ecstatic 8? We're going to see ecstasy out here from these two. And with shots like this, ecstatic is the way in which Abdul Wahid is feeling right now because he is playing a gem of a knock. And a reminder, Saudi, they have to win. Brilliant batting.
You can call it as an entertaining 8 because he's entertaining all of us. Played straight over the bowler, not trying to hit hard. Excellent timing and placement, couple of bounces, 4 runs.
I think the world of Abdul Wahid. I think he is hugely talented, Saudi born and bred. He's come through the Saudi under-19 development system. And I know that Kabir Khan, the head coach of Saudi Arabia, thinks the same. I think he's as good a batter as I've seen going around the associate game. He's that good. Probably doesn't get the recognition that he deserves because he's playing for a side that's ranked in the 30s in the world. But Babar Hayat, Mohammad Wasim, Kushal Bertel. This could be a chance. Comes off the edge and Karan KC not going to drop that. Wahid, he needs company. He's not getting it. Waji, the latest to go. Rajbanshi gets her first wicket.
A poor ordinary stuff from Wajiul Hassan. Not needed. You need to stay and give that support to your partner. And a witty bowler giving that flight, inviting the batter to go big. No mistake from Karan Casey. Wicket number 3 going down for Saudi Arabia. Is 42 on board.
So, new man to the crease, Kashif Abbas. He'll be at the non-strikers end. The third wicket fell from the final ball of the fourth over. Here comes Abhinesh Bahara for probably overs 5 and 7, you'd imagine. Just inside the guideline. Wahid leaves that one alone. He's also come across, so I think that's a good decision. 4 bowlers can bowl 2 overs each here. Will Nepal just stick with the 4?
It's often a good idea to give a shot to your best 4 bowlers. One of them is Avinash, who was player of the match in the previous game of Nepal played here. Short run up, but quick release always keep the batter guessing on the back foot with the pace and variations.
That will be a wide, surely. Kashif Abbas wants a single. Abdul Wahid has no interest because he wants to strike. He's hitting the ball that well. Okay, who's the 4th bowler then? That's a big question. Rajbanshi's finished. KC's finished after just 12 balls each. That's the energetic 8, the ecstatic 8 game that we've got. Who's your 4th bowler? You've almost too many options if you're Rohit Paudel. Now, he hasn't got any part of this, and it may well just fall out of reach. It does. Single to Wahid.
Want to take towards that mid-wicket, not a good idea against Abhinash. He's bowling on the 5th stump towards that off-stump line. Smart piece of bowling. Plenty of options, as rightly said by you. The likes of Gulshan Kumar Jha, Dipendra Singh Airi, and I would go with the man in form, Airi.
What about poor old Pratish GC? Brought into the team, he's not going to have a bowl, he's going to bat number 9. You might be right. I don't disagree with you. But it is unique, isn't it? You wonder if Monty Desai looked at it and said, well, actually, we only need 4 bowlers. Just should I bring in an extra batter? Bring in Anil Shah. Thuds into the pad. A little bit more round arm this time. Wahid, he needs support. He's not getting it right now.
And somehow I feel he's one of the most underrated player in the lineup of Nepal, Abhinash Bahara. Does it work quite calmly? Number 13, inside edge, going past that leg stick. The struggle continues for the batters of Saudi Arabia, especially in this over against Abhinash, to find that boundary. They need to manage to at least go beyond that 80, 85 to give something for the bowlers to defend. To the final day of the league game, still it's quite open, both the groups. Not sure who's going to make it to the semi-finals apart from Nepal.
Wahid, has he got enough of this? It's hitting with the wind. Yes, he has. Oh, he's playing a gem of a knock here. He's keeping Saudi Arabia's hopes in this competition alive. It's Wahid or bust. The 50's up.
A very strong, especially towards that deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Coming behind the ball and showing his class and power. A much needed maximum in this over. They are making sure to go at 10 runs per over. But bulk of the runs coming from the blade of Abdul Wahid. This has been the problem for Saudi Arabia.
It's changing the field as well. Dipendra Singh Airi is going to come to backward point. He was at extra cover. I think this is indicating it's going to be the wide Yorker. So there's a man out at deep backward point, deep cover, long off. Got to be full. It is full, and that's where he has the protection. Good change. But for Saudi Arabia, Wahid keeps the strike, and that's a good result. It's 52 for 3. Big news. Here we go, Mudassir. Look at this. Hong Kong have done all they can. It means that they, for now, well, they're all Nepal fans, aren't they? Here's a permutation. It's very simple. Qatar are out. Malaysia are out. Qatar back at the team hotel. I'm sorry. I know you've been watching on. You needed a different result today. You needed a close win for Hong Kong. It was a big enough win thanks to Barbara Hyatt's brilliance to mean that now the equation. Now the equation is this simple. If Saudi Arabia win, they're in the semi-finals. Nepal are first no matter what. So it's a two-way shootout for the semi-finals. It's very simple. You don't need to worry about net run rates at all. If Saudi win, they take the second semi-final spot. If not, it's Hong Kong. It's not going to be Dipender Singh Airi. It's going to be the youngster, Pratish GC. That's why he's in the team.
Getting an opportunity to get into the playing 11. Now getting an opportunity to get few wickets here, the youngster. So it's left and right hand combination. And talking about the points table, Hong Kong, China, the hard work by winning that game against Malaysia. Now they are heavily dependent on this game. Looking good is Saudi Arabia. Abdul Wahid, 37 of just 15. But his partner needs to get a couple of boundaries as well here. You just cannot expect runs to come from one end.
Well bowled right into the block hole. I think as a young left arm seamer, he's a real asset. He really is. Had a good chat there with Roddy Estwick for the Asian Cricket Council social media channels. You can watch that tomorrow morning exclusively. Make sure you give ACC a follow. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want to go. Roddy was saying he was really impressed with Pratish GC in particular. They think they've found one. Oh, now. I'm not sure I agree with that. I think he shuffled across. I thought that was a good delivery. But Roddy Estwick from Barbados, can't see him there. I think he's in the air conditioning. Can't blame him for that. It's very warm. Great to see a bowling coach come in. He'll be in place for this, for the West Indies A series that's coming up in Kathmandu, and that T20 World Cup in June.
Again, it clearly shows how important it is to have the right people in the right place. So far, impressive in his couple of deliveries. Sticking to that fuller length. Not thinking of the second run is Wahid.
Yeah, what will be fascinating for me as well is, does Rohit Paudel say, okay, I've got a good one out of Pratish GC here. Do I go with Dipender Singh Airi for the 8th and final? Took 2 and 2 his last 2 balls. Gets one from his first today. Do you call that a hat-trick? It's not a real hat-trick, is it?
For me, if it's Airi, then it's a hat-trick.
Well, can we call it a Dipendra trick or something like that? I know the fans will. Oh, this is close. Full, straight gone. Oh, Pratish GC is bowling an exceptional over here. He's putting himself into the selection picture for the semi-final. It's the big wicket too. Abdul Wahid is gone.
Big wicket. The man who was getting those quick runs, an easy decision, sticking to that Yorker length and rightly rewarded. Trying to be innovative, misses the line completely. A good knock from Abdul Wahid comes to an end. 37 of just 16 balls with the help of 3 fours and 3 maximums is 55 for the loss of 4.
Now Hisham Sheikh, here he comes. 56 runs, that's okay. The challenge, the strike rate, 92. He's got a career strike rate in T20I under 100. Very rare. What a spell this is from Pratish GC. Gets away with the full toss protection out there. Will just be a single.
Especially getting a chance to showcase his talent. It's not easy to bowl all 5 back-to-back deliveries at the same pace, at the same channel. He has been quite impressive.
He's also performing a new role here. We tended to see Pratish GC. We've either seen him at some stage in the power play, either with the new ball or towards the end of it. Man at mid-off, gonna go over his head. Even Dependra Singh Airi can't get to that one. And it's a big hit down the ground for 6. Kashif Abbas gets something that Saudi needed in that over.
A good looking over turned out to be a bit expensive, a much needed maximum. And with that maximum, 6 overs done, 62 for the loss of 4.
Avinash Bahara slashed away behind square on the offside. Can they get the second? No, they can't, because it's the left-handed Kushal Malla that does the fielding. Will 80 be enough in this ecstatic 8 contest? Remember, it's only 8 overs per side.
I think 85-90 should give them a chance, because Saudi has a very good bowling attack. The likes of Zainul Abidin, the left-arm orthodox, he has been quite impressive with the ball. So is the captain, Hisham Sheikh. And Usman Khalid, one of the top wicket-taker bowlers in this tournament. So these two needs to get another 25, even 27 runs in next 11 deliveries. Change of pace, one more time, the finger goes up with that angle coming into Kashif. Avinash strikes for the first time.
Well, Nepal's death specialist does his job. It's been interesting. Those ones of kind of a good length have actually caused problems over the last few days. I think it's something he needs to add to his repertoire, maybe with an off-cutter, not just the block hole. You can't be predictable, you can't be repetitive. Kashif Abbas, the latest to go for 8. It's 63 for 5. Usman Khalid. Thought he bowled really well yesterday. Been underutilised. Those 2 left-arm spinners going to be critical, aren't they? Gets the block hole and misfield. It could have been a run-out chance too at the non-striker's end. Instead it's a single. Khalid off the mark.
Played straight towards the bowler. There was an opportunity, but misfields and a single has been taken. Half of the side back in the hut. Excellent, excellent piece of bowling. Could have easily got Hisham Sheikh on the previous one.
Now, man at long off. This should be a chance, and it's taken. Rohit Powdell this time that takes the catch. You take out Lalit Rajbanshi's drop. Nepal's fielding back to where it should be. Very, very good. And another one goes. Bahara strikes again.
They're falling like 9 pins here. Saudi Arabia batters trying to raise the tempo of the runs. One more batter departs. It's Hisham Sheikh, the captain. A good catch taken. At long off. No mistake from Rohit Powdell. It's 64. Saudi Arabia, they have lost the 6th man.
Saad Khan, the solo change today for Saudi Arabia. He's come into the team in place of Atifa Rahman. The left-handed batter will need to apply some finishing flourishes here. 8 deliveries remain. Score just 64. Have to get it up above 10 and over, surely, if they can. Batting surfaces have been very good. And actually something we haven't mentioned yet, Mudassir, is a fumble from, of all people, Rohit Paudel will allow a second. Captain furious with himself. It wasn't actually any problems with the pitch. The pitch was good to go, wasn't it? There was just the amount of wind and rain. It was the areas just off the square. I think a few of the clovers got some damage. The ground staff were here working till after 1 a.m. last night, back up at 5:30. Sincere thanks, massive respect to all of them. Anoop and his team, phenomenal. Really good 2 overs from Abhinesh Bahara. Was player of the match in the last game. Be in the mix again today. 2 for 15, 67 for 6. Well, here he is. We speculated about it. We thought he might come in and bowl the last over. His last 2 balls were wickets. I reckon I've had hundreds of messages saying if he gets a wicket, this ball is a hat-trick. It's not an official hat-trick. It is not. But let's call it a Dependra trick. Can he get it? No, he can't. Speculation over, Mudassir.
Clearly shows it's his time. Even a full toss not properly managed by the batter Saad Khan. This time Connect fell going down on one knee. Chased by the fielder in the deep. One bounce. Excellent work. Clean pick up and throw. Good release. All of a sudden, Saudi Arabia, they're struggling to go past that 80, 85.
Oh, watch this for a piece of fielding. We might not be able to bring it to you, Dependra Singh Aries, so quick. But Kushal Bertel, outstanding. Quick to the ball, quick release, saves a run. Slashed away. Now, has he got that square enough, or straight enough? Not quite. Pratish GC will keep it to a couple. Saudi Arabia need a couple of maximums here. I don't think they've got enough right now.
Absolutely. If they can go beyond that 80, it might give them that psychological advantage coming into the second innings. What enough we have witnessed from Abdul Wahid, but at the same time, the bowlers doing a pretty good job. One more low full toss, played straight towards Rohit Paudel. So what an over. The man in form with the bat, doing wonders with the ball as well.
Well, he's just getting away with these low full tosses. No, he's not. Going to be given as a no ball. Now, I'm not sure that was above the waist-high position. The standing position, remember the batter. It will be a no ball and given as a free hit. Let's get a look here. Ooh, marginal. Very marginal. Goes Saudi Arabia's way. Means a free hit will come in. Can't be dismissed from this delivery. Not really going to matter. It'll just be a single, you'd imagine. Pratish GC picks up cleanly. And we might have a run-out check. We won't. Irie, 1 ball to go to get away with.
And this is the beauty of the modern day cricketer, Andrew. Spinners are not afraid to come and bowl that final over, bowling tight. This Singh connects well, but straight towards the fielder. Running hard for that second run. Chance at striker end. And good job done by the batter, I believe. Running hard, converting that single into double.
Looks close. Kushal Malla certainly, he threw to the right end, didn't he? Because Usman Khalid did everything you should do at the non-strikers end. He got a good head start as soon as the ball was released. He was just running no matter what. So he tried to get back for the second. The question is, did he? If Mala's throw was right at the stumps, I think it would have been out. But Shakes had to go a long way. Oh, and he's still going to be caught short, I think. Oh, this is close, isn't it? I think the bails are probably disturbed there, are they? I think he's going to be short, yeah. We should get the red light. So great throw from Kushal Malla. There's the red light. And what a final over from Dipender Singh Airi. He's gone for 6, bowling off spin in the 8th and final over. It means it's Saudi Arabia, with the exception of Abdul Wahid's excellence yet again. He's been sensational all tournament. They've just faded away a touch, and they're going to have to be satisfied with 73 for the loss of 7 wickets from their 8 overs. Not sure whether it's going to be enough. There is the 8 overs per side contest, abridged because of the very heavy rain last night. Abdul Wahid 37, the rest nowhere to be seen.
This has been the problem for Saudi Arabia throughout this tournament. Apart from their top order, no other batters contributed. And talking about the bowling, 5 bowlers used by the captain of Nepal, and clearly pick of the bowler is Abhinash Bohra. 2 overs going for just 15 and couple of wickets to his name. Karan Casey started off really well in the power play. 2 overs, 21, couple of wickets to his name, and a wicket each for Lalit and Pratish GC at the end. Saudi Arabia could manage 73 for the loss of 7 in their allotted 8.
Take a look at the best of these 8 overs. Well, the whole match was really like a highlights package, but action from the start. Lalit Rajbanshi should have caught that one, but he dropped it for 6. But the very next ball, Faisal Khan tried to go after one that was back of a length, and Kushal Malla held on very well. Abdul Wahid played brilliantly, didn't he? 3 4s and 3 6s. He's a classy operator. The problem was the wickets kept falling at the other end. First Manan Ali was caught by Kushal Bertel, and then Karan KC was smashed into the deep for a couple of big ones by Wahid. Rajbanshi, though, picked up the next wicket to fall, caught by Karan KC. That was Waji ul Hassan. A few boundaries continued to come, but it was really all from Wahid. Then Pratish GC came in, big wicket.
That helped them, Nepal, to keep Saudi Arabia below 80. And this was a hit from Kashif Abbas. The very next delivery, making a comeback and getting better off for Kashif, was Abhinash. Then it was all about the bowlers doing a pretty good job, and the fielding has been excellent. The catching has been brilliant, and what an over from Airi. The final ball, look at the throw coming from the fielder. 1 bounce and good take by the wicketkeeper. In fact, it was the direct throw towards the wicketkeeper, and just a single has been added on the very final ball. And in Nepal, when they come out, they need 74 in 48 balls.
And we're going to have a very quick turnaround, maybe barely time for a cup of chai. So be very quick, don't go anywhere too far. We'll have the restart in less than 5 minutes' time, where Nepal are going to need 74 to win from 8 overs. Do come and join us then. So here we go. It's an 8 overs per side contest between Saudi and Nepal. Saudi Arabia batted first. They've posted, well, maybe not a total they'll be overly happy with, just 73. So it means that Nepal, to stay unbeaten, to stay top of the table, in fact, they will be top of the table, whatever the case, excuse me. But to stay unbeaten and to go through to the semi-finals with 8 points, they will need 74 runs to win from 8 overs. Here's the simple permutations. Luckily, because of Hong Kong, China's big win over Malaysia that's completed over on the Turf 1 ground, it means that permutations, they don't need too much explanation from us. It's very easy. If Saudi Arabia win this game, they go to the semi-finals. If not, it will be Hong Kong that takes second place. Both Qatar and Malaysia, their campaigns are done. They'll be devastated, particularly Qatar back at the team hotel after winning their last 2 games. But Nepal will certainly be looking to stay unbeaten. So it's all on the line for the men in green. For Saudi Arabia, all they need to do is win this match. If they can win this game, they will advance to the semi-finals, a historic step for their game. And I've no doubt that Hong Kong are probably here watching on. They finished their game very quickly over on the adjacent ground, a quite sensational innings from Babar Hyatt, even though he was dismissed from the penultimate ball of the chase. He made 83 of 35 deliveries, including 9 sixes. He tore Malaysia apart, who only posted 140 for 9. Probably was a big toss to lose over there because of that overnight rain. So 140 wasn't enough. Hong Kong chased it down quickly enough to get past Qatar's net run rate. And it means that if Saudi can win this, that's the only way they'll get through now. For Hong Kong, they are hoping that Nepal, Kushal Bertel and Asif Sheikh get things off to a flyer, and that they can chase this total down. Asif Sheikh at the non-striker's end, already 150 for him in the competition, and I thought he batted really well in the 3rd game, batted with significantly more aggression. Strike rate over 130, that's a good number. But they're going to need the best part of 10 runs per over, a little less than that, as Ishtiaq Ahmed will take the new ball. He is quick, and he's impressive. For Saudi Arabia, 8 overs. It's either going to be ecstasy in these 8 or it's going to be devastation. Here we go. And a leave alone. Well, I did not expect that in an 8 overs per side clash, but maybe Kushal Bertel thought it was just going to flirt with the wide line and didn't play a stroke. We saw Saudi Arabia really swing very wildly from ball 1. Just 2 overs of power play. A lovely shape, wasn't it? Really, really good. Ishtiaq. Andrew Leonard here with you. I'll be joined by Mudassar Ali in a few moments. Width on offer, deep third in place. Takes the catch off the toe of the bat. And Bertel, he departs for a second ball duck. Saudi Arabia up, about in this contest, playing for their lives. Usman Najib takes the catch. That late movement from Ishtiaq. I think Bertel was probably looking over point or cover. Instead, he slashed it away to deep third. Right to the man. Delight for Saudi Arabia. The dream start for them. Bertel's gone for none. And Nepal in early trouble. It's none for 1. Well, a change in the order. It won't be Rohit Paudel at 3. It's going to be Kushal Malla. Monstrous career strike rate. Career, not just tournament, up over 170. So Malla, with that devastating power, can he start to hunt down these runs? A dream start for Saudi Arabia. One left alone, and then a wicket from the second ball. Watch out for the swing into the left-hander. Oh, he swings it away. Good skills from Ishtiaq. Malla, bemused. So we've sent out the search party, and we found my co-commentator, Mudassir Ali. Very good afternoon, Mudassir. Where's this game going? Can Saudi get to the semi-finals?
A very good afternoon, Andrew, and good afternoon to all of our viewers. This was the first wicket going down. Under pressure, good catch taken at third man by Usman. It's a good start provided by Ishtiaq. Key will be the power play overs. They started off really well, yet to concede a run. The first run on board for Nepal and the first run for Kushal Malla. The bat very deep down the order, the likes of Irie, who is in terrific form with the blade. So is Rohit Paudel, and this man, he is also back in form. Getting those quick runs for his team is wicketkeeper batter Mohammad Asif Sheikh.
Big swing and a miss. Now, the umpire has a long think about it and does give it as a wide. No complaints from Ishtiaq. It was outside the guideline. I think the consideration was there. How far did Asif Sheikh go outside his off stump?
Took his time. Very, very good decision. Trying to increase the pace here. It's a bit wavered. 72 needed of 44.
Well, these are sensational skills from Ishtiaq. Yes, he's got the wind assisting him. Big shape away from the right-hander. This time it's not a wide. Good decision again. Sheikh's come a long way outside his off stump. Look at the skills some of these Saudi players have. Look at this. 130 kilometers an hour plus, swinging like a banana away from the right-hander.
Especially when they have the likes of Kabir Khan as their head coach. It's always good to see the fast bowlers performing quite well. Using the conditions in his favour is Ishtiaq. Connects and goes towards deep mid-wicket. So a couple of runs for Asif. But a tight over from Ishtiaq. A successful over comes to an end. 4 runs in his first over, a wicket to his name. Nepal 4 for the loss of 1.
Well, there he is, Kabir Khan, the man you're just talking about. He certainly knows a thing or two about seam bowling. Very powerfully built. Went on to play Test cricket for Pakistan. 4 Tests, 10 ODIs. And a fantastic first-class record. 437 first-class wickets for him at an average of 21. He knows more than a bit about seam bowling. And he also knows more than a bit about bringing sides up through the associate ranks. Up all the way to Test status, like he did that incredible job with Afghanistan. I think it was such a good decision by the Saudi Cricket Board to bring him in, not just on a short-term deal either, a long-term deal. Usman Najib is greeted by a pull shot that only just gets over the head of Usman Khalid. Was this a chance?
Absolutely, an easy chance gone begging. Sluggish in the field was Usman Khalid. Not connected quite well. Windy conditions. Look at that. He's taking his own time. You need to put that extra effort, extra jump.
But Nepal are not finding their rhythm or timing, and you have to remember there's 2 potential left arm spin bowling options to come for Saudi. They only have to use 4 bowlers. 4 bowlers can use 2 apiece. Nepal chose to use 5. They didn't have to. 1 over each for Pratish GC and Dipendra Singh Airi. Attempted pull shot goes nowhere. Should be taken and is. Well, Saudi Arabia, they're up, they're about, they're in this contest. And who takes the catch? It's Usman Khalid. Redemption for him. Nepal have lost 2 of their openers. They're both gone. They're in big trouble.
Look at that excitement. They know the importance of this wicket. Wanted to go towards deep mid-wicket, that extra bounce and that extra swing. And this time, no mistake from Usman Khalid. Keeping a close look on the ball. A good catch taken. Man in form, Mohammad Asif Sheikh, departs managing just 2 runs. Nepal in a bit of bother. 5 on board. They have lost a couple of wickets.
Well, cometh the moment for Nepal. They turn to, well, their MVP of the tournament thus far. Look at that, 84 runs at a strike rate of 262. Promoted up the order. Rohit Paudel is holding himself back. Nepal in big trouble here. Required run rate's gone above 10 and over. They've lost their 2 openers. And they need 2 of their biggest hitters here to get them out of trouble. Where he guides that away. He's going to start in sparkling fashion, a boundary. Not out of the middle, didn't need to be. Too much width from Najib. Put away by Dipendra Singh Airi.
We always talk about this man possessing that power to go big after the fast bowler, but this time, opting to go with his timing and placement. Playing it away from the point fielder. A good start off the mark with that boundary. Where in Saudi they'll be eyeing to get rid of Malla and Dipendra Singh Airi to strengthen their grip on this game. Onto the pads and easy picking, wayward delivery. The previous one towards the off stump, now towards the leg side. Back-to-back boundaries. Looking good is Dipendra Singh Airi.
A really good manipulation of the field, wasn't it? Because look at that lovely tight line. Might be more glove than bat, maybe just a little bit of the bat involved as well. But fine leg up in the circle and an immediate start, much to the joy of the Nepal fans who've come in on a Wednesday morning into the afternoon now. Can only imagine the crowd we're going to see on Friday. Tight line again. This time it might be the thigh pad it's cannoned into. I really wants a second, not going to get it. Malla tells him to calm. Given his run, so maybe some glove involved yet again. For Saudi Arabia, what a golden opportunity this is. They defend these runs, they're through to a semi-final.
Absolutely, and he started off quite well in this over, a single then a wicket, but somehow I feel, looking at Dipendra Singh Airi, he's feeling the pressure. Usman Najib conceding those 2 easy boundaries. The final ball, it will be Kushal Malla, the left-hander on strike.
It's probably... I thought that might have been given as a wide, but it's given as the 1 bouncer for the over. End of the second, 14 for 2. Well, for me, little unlucky there. Kushal Malla. Just wonder whether or not that was over his head height. End of the power play. Just 2 overs power play because we've got 8 overs per side between Nepal and Saudi Arabia. Nepal guaranteed their spot in the semi-finals as the winners of Group A. Saudi Arabia all to play for. Here's a little bit of a look at the power play. That was a wicket from the second ball, slashed at by Kushal Bertel. Then Sheikh just got cramped for room, didn't he? Should probably be looking to pull or hook that, but his hands got cramped up, and then an immediate start from Dipender Singh Ari with back-to-back boundaries.
That clearly shows they have the upper hand, and the single coming out. That's the end of power play. But Ishtiaq will continue to bowl his second over and third over of this innings.
I love the skills of these Saudi Arabian cricketers. They might not quite have the same depth yet, but they've got 17 or 18,000 senior players in Saudi Arabia. That's a good playing population. It's primarily based upon their three biggest cities, Dammam, Riyadh, Jeddah. You've got still no turf pitches anywhere in the country. Extraordinary story how they're playing up a level here against some of the best associates in the world, the likes of Nepal, the UAE, Oman, three of the very best in the associate game. They're competing. If they have a good 6 overs here, they're off to a semi-final. Amazing story.
As a human being, we always complain of not having so and so things, but look at this Saudi Arabia team. They have that will to do well, and they're doing well. Oh, look at that delivery. Peach of a delivery. Nowhere near the ball. A Yorker from Ishtiaq Ahmed. Rattles the stump. Kushal Malla back in the hut.
These are the skills I'm talking about. That's an in-swinging Yorker to a left-handed batter after having already shown him the away swinger. That's outstanding. That's 130k plus. He's cleaned up Malla. We know how dangerous he is. Sensational bowling of the highest quality from Ishtiaq Ahmed. That's superb. Maybe one of the deliveries of the tournament, in fact. And Saudi Arabia, they're starting to believe, leaping for joy. Nepal are in all sorts of trouble. They've lost 3. Malla, he's the latest to go. Nepal, 15 for 3. Gulshan Jha, who got Nepal out of a big spot of bother in the first game against Malaysia. Strike rate up over 200. I just wonder whether Ishtiaq Ahmed can repeat the dose here. He's got 4 balls left in his spell. Can he knock over a second left-hander? If he does, that's big advantage. Giving us a wide. Ishtiaq Ahmed maybe just appealing, trying to deceive the umpire. Let's get another look at this wicket. How good is this delivery? I don't remember a better one in this ACC Premier Cup.
Ah, peach of a delivery, and that too to someone like Kushal Malla. The key was Kushal was not ready for that. He was expecting an outswinger, but all of a sudden a fuller delivery. What a start he has provided to Saudi Arabia.
It was the late movement. You saw it there brilliantly in that replay. It swung late, tailed in. Brilliant bowling. He only got 12 balls to work with. He's impacting this contest in a big way. Nepal's required run rate continues to escalate. Up over 10 and over now.
Windy conditions assisting the fast bowlers, but full marks should be given to Ishtiaq, bowling at the right channel and utilizing the conditions in his favour. Just going past the wood of Gulshan Jha. Half-hearted appeal coming from Abdul Mannan Ali. Going for just 6 runs in 9 legal deliveries bowled so far. So 16 on board. A flashy drive. It again misses the line completely. What an over we are witnessing from the fast bowler of Saudi Arabia.
A reminder, Nepal won the toss. They chose to bowl first. In some ways, Saudi Arabia's strength for me is clearly in their bowling. Got 2 left-arm spinners to come. I think they should both bowl. I'd probably get one of them into the game in the next over. So Nepal chose to bowl first. It means Saudi's strength is second, and they're showing why here. Oh, this is superb. This is fast bowling of the highest quality. Ishtiaq Ahmed is all over Nepal here.
And he's forcing Gulshan Jah to be on the back foot. Good run up, good release. That wrist position is key for Ishtiaq. Sticking to the middle and off stump line. It'll be a good idea to get a slip in position for this final delivery.
We don't have speed guns in play here, but I can assure you the velocity is high. It's the quickest spell we've seen of the day here. Much faster than Nepal's fast bowlers. Well north of 130 kilometers per hour. Jah's going to survive. And for the moment, that keeps Nepal alive because he's a dangerous player. Him and Irie will be critical. End of the third. 17 for 3. You can unlock cricket. Download that ACC app now. To get it, just get onto Google Play Store or iOS and search for Asian Cricket Council. And of course the website with all the numbers and all the details about what's been a fantastic suite of tournaments. Not just the Premier Cup here, but men's and women's and youth tournaments to come at asiancricket.org. Here is the spin I speculated that we might now see, Mudassir. And this is the primary spinner, Zainal Abidin. But yesterday he was significantly out-bowled, wasn't he? Usman Khalid with 2 for 11. I think we'll see both of them. The challenge they'll have, the left-handed batter, who loves playing spin. Gulshan Jah shows us why immediately, helps it round the corner, gets 4.
If you have a delivery and look at that, all of a sudden everyone coming close to Zainul Abidin, having a piece of advice with the left-arm orthodox. And a very strong player against the left-arm orthodox is Gulshan Jah. Negotiating that delivery quite well, going down on one knee and no chance for the deep square leg fielder. A lightning quick outfield. So he trained heavily the previous night. A good job done by the groundsman here.
Short and wide, that will be given as a wide. Gulshan Jah's initial stance hadn't moved. He went across to try and play the ball after release. Again, the right decision. Umpiring's been excellent actually across the whole group stages. Big question here will be, can the spinners affect the same impact the seamers have? Man at long on, going to be short of him, doesn't go for the catch. I don't think spin bowling to these two is necessarily the greatest matchup. He will at least have the right-hander now to bowl to.
Not a good idea, especially keeping in mind it's Gulshan Jah, who is a free-flow batter, young and daring, not afraid to take on the spinners. 51 needed of 28 balls.
Nicely guided into the gap by Irie. He's so quick, he'll always get there. Can't think of many cricketers that have been quicker across the ground than him. In the field, running between the wickets when he's bowling, just does everything on almost fast forward. It's like you're on your voice note on your phone and you're playing it at 1.5x.
Relating the technology with the modern day cricket. On the back foot and connects well. When he connects, it stays out of the ground, goes out of the ground. Gulshan Jah not afraid to take on Zainul Abidin.
Is this the right matchup? That's the question. Mala, Jah, they love facing left-arm spin. Most left-handers do. But these two in particular, look at that. High and handsome. Through the kitchen sink at this one, Gulshan Jah. Gets enough of it to get 6. Game back in the balance now. This time he goes over the offside. It's going to be 6 more. Oh, what a shot this is. Phenomenal. He's tearing apart Zain Al Abidin. The over's gone for 19. Nepal, they roar back into the contest.
This is the beauty of this team. Terrific. The previous one on the back foot, now this time onto the front foot, dragging from the off stump towards the deep extra cover. Excellent, extraordinary batting display here on turf too.
Well, we just saw a big chat, didn't we? He's run a long way, Waji Ul Hassan. Over to the bowler, trying to give him some advice. The seamers were going so well. Surely they could have gone again. And remember, Zain Al Abidin was out bowled yesterday by the other left arm spinner. Ja has taken him for 20, and who knows, with the speed of Dipender Singh Airi, possibly 21 from the over. Exceptional running. 21 come off it, and now Nepal are back in control. It's 38 for 3. That's the state of play. Just one final explanation of this. If Saudi Arabia win, they are into the semi-finals. Hong Kong, China are watching on nervously. I don't know if they're still here. Are they watching in person? They're probably up on the balcony. Here comes Waji with some medium pace. Airi slashes him into the offside. Oh, what a shot that is. Subasu Mungain has to stop the ball himself. One of Nepal's finest sports journalists. What a stroke from Dipender Singh Airi. These two have come together. We've had a shuffle in the commentary box. Mikhail Veswami, how impressive have the last 7 balls been from Nepal?
Oh yes, and what I've really liked is this partnership between Airi and Ja. And what an introduction in the playing 11. What a time to give Ja his chance as well. Look at that. He's just about moving in his crease. On the go, hits it. Helter-skelter. They're piling the pressure on the bowling side now.
I know you love this description because I know you love a voice note on WhatsApp. It's like Dipender Singh Airi. He's on that 1.5x speed. Everything's quicker. It's all not just helter-skelter. It's a million miles an hour. He does everything quicker. Batting, bowling, fielding. Speed of light.
I saw him running the other day in the ground, and while he was running, I just told him it's time to call you Dependable Singh Airi. You must have heard that on comm as well. So often than not, he's shouldered the responsibility in crunch situations. The crisis man. And this partnership now, really looking good.
Some breaking news from the ICC as well. Less than an hour ago, the T20I player rankings were updated, and thanks to that remarkable 6 sixes that he dispatched all around the Turf 1 ground behind us off Curram Khan, he's very close to the top 10 in T20I cricket for the first time as an all-rounder. He's risen 14 spots. He's up to 11th. He should be even higher for me. He's making a big statement at this tournament. Full toss chip down the ground. 1 bounce to long off. Will just be a single. We've seen him in the GT20. We saw him in the ILT20. He didn't play for the Gulf Giants. Don't think Nepal's fans could believe it. Is this going to be the year of dependable Dipender Singh Airi? More franchise league calls coming?
Well, the signs are ominous. Andrew, the way he's taken a liking to this tournament and shown up in the first 2 games, absolutely impressive. 360 player in the field, you just cannot not make note of him. It's like that.
Feels as though he's missed out there, doesn't he? Throws his eyes to the sky. It'll just be a single. Yeah, it's not just the 360, is it? It's 3-dimensional. He does everything. Batting, bowling, fielding. There's a reason we've been waxing lyrical about him for so long, and just great to see him shining. Jazz hand here though too, critical. Another young all-rounder whose stock is on the rise.
21 and 10. It's just about telling the captain and the team management, I need more games. Find a way to get me into the playing 11. But there's a problem of plenty. Always a good headache for the coach. Good bench strength adds up to the stealth power. Looking good.
Right into the block hole. Going to run a single. Oh dear, I think this would have been gone. Oh, Dependra Singh, surely not. He's going to run 2, make it 3. What's going on? He wants 4. Oh no. How has he turned what should have been a run out for 1 into 3? Dependra Singh.
And obvious reactions in the field from Saudi Arabia. Captain Hisham Sheikh. Waji, look at that to put pressure on the fielding side. What was supposed to be no runs, maybe a run out as well. A little bit of fumble there by the bowler. Took time to get back and retrieve it. And look at the reaction of Hisham Sheikh. Now on the throw again, gets a ricochet. They get the 3rd run as well. I'll tell you what, Nepal fans watching this will be on their feet.
The WhatsApp's gone from 1.5x to 2x. It's upped its speed. Sensational. Where's this one gone? It's gone a long way up. He could have holed out. Man comes underneath it, juggles and holds on. Oh, they needed that wicket. Irie's gone. But is it too little too late? Jazz still there. Waji strikes. And Saudi Arabia have the 4th. Ishtiaq, the fielder.
And so often we've seen that full toss coming in handy in the death overs. Got the height on this, not the distance. Oh, on the 2nd attempt, Ishtiaq takes that catch. Oh dear, just after that fumble in the field where they conceded 3. This is a good catch to take. Irie walks back for 17 and 9. It's 48 for 4.
Well, a big call. Still no signs of the star from yesterday with the ball. Usman Khalid, 4 overs, 2 for 11 with his left arm spin, brought in the power play. When Qatar were smashing it everywhere, it was 30 for none after 3 overs. He bowled 4 overs on the bounce, he took 2 for 11. He still hasn't been given the call today by Hisham Sheikh. But Hisham Sheikh, well, look at this, you won't believe this. Could he hear us? Kashif had been given the ball, and just like that they're going to change it, so it's going to be Usman Najib. Thought they might be turning to the left arm spinner. Almost have too many pace bowling options, don't they? That would surely indicate that we might see the left armour from the other end. Might bowl over 7. Dependra Singh the last to fall. The skipper's come to the crease, he's at the non-striker's end. That's Rohit Powdell. Pace on the ball, well, it's been more economical than the spinners thus far.
Just the opening Saudi Arabia are looking for. And this will be a good break for them. They can just about increase that margin between runs and balls. 26 of 17. Najib was brilliant in the last match, though they went down to Qatar. He got 2 wickets in the last over. Very accurate with his bowling. So it'll be Gulshan Jha's versatility with the bat and Usman Najib's accuracy in the middle. What a contest. Another very good delivery. 2 dot balls. Now will play on the mind of Gulshan Jha. What a start here for Najib.
Yeah, he took apart the left arm spinner, didn't he? Zainal Abidin went for 21 that over. But when it was 26 off 19, you felt that Nepal were into cruise control with Jha and Dipender Singh Airi. But now it's just kind of falling back into the balance a touch. Usman Najib recalled for his second. Means it could well be a new bowler needed for the 7th or 8th. This time he gets it where he'd like it. Should be a couple with the speed of Rohit Paudel. Well, they're definitely outfielding. They want to think of a third. They won't take it off the ricochet. Nepal are outfielding Saudi Arabia, and they're running them to death between the wickets. 2s are good enough, 24 off 15.
Andrew, how do you look at this? On a normal day, this equation that we have in front of us, we'll take a look at this fielding effort as well. I just felt he was very slow to get onto the ball and release it as well. Not the quickest and firmest of throws, lost balance too, helping Nepal come back for the second. On a normal day, this equation that we are seeing in the middle is so gettable. 24 of 15 in a rain-curtailed 8-over match. 24 for 15 looks a little dicey.
They just haven't been able to get after either of the two quicks. I thought Ishtiaq Ahmed was sensational. World class, in fact. Usman Najib, he's backing him up. They're the two express quicks. Today we saw Atifa Rahman left out after he was expensive yesterday. My problem for Saudi will be who's going to bowl the final 2 overs.
Oh yes, that'll be a big, big ask. I reckon the captain himself, Hisham Sheikh, will, if he's not bowled his quota of overs, will fancy bowling an over, but the penultimate 7th over will be so crucial. This time good fielding at long off, keeping it to 1 and throwing it at the right end as well, at the striker's end. Saudi Arabia sensing an opportunity and opening over here. Nepal need 23 in 14, 9 out of 10 times. This is a straightforward chase. Just a little bit of magic spray. That hurts when the ball hits the knee roll on the side. Andrew, you've played a lot of cricket. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, just have a slight break and play. Quick look at the bowling card. The reason I want to bring this to your attention, I don't think they're going to turn back to Zain Al-Abidin. So it means that we thought Kashif Abbas was going to bowl this over. He hasn't. So he can only bowl one. He can't bowl overs of 7 and 8, of course. Can't bowl consecutive overs. Wajih Hassan might bowl the 7th. Does that mean Kashif Abbas bowls the 8th? Still no signs of Usman Khalid, the left-arm spinner, the star from yesterday. It's all on the line here for Saudi. Nothing from Hisham Sheikh either, the little mystery spinner. He's been expensive at points, I understand that. Looks like Saudi are going to trust their seamers, but they're using up one of their key overs here. There's Rohit Kumar Paudel. He was at the non-strikers end, comes on to strike now. Bowler looks like he's ready to continue. He's got 2 deliveries left in his spell. And then it's all going to be down to the final 2. Spot on the semi-finals in the line here for Saudi Arabia. That's the scene. Field protection in the leg side. 3 men in the deep there. Fine leg, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket. Taking a long time to get his leg right. Can he get through his final 2? Going to be slashed away for 4. I think this is played with a bit of intent from Rohit Paudel. Gets it up and over the keeper. Critical boundary, that one.
And that's what experience brings to the table. It was a very fine delivery climbing on the batter, but it looks deliberate. It's been chopped over the wicket keeper. Much needed boundary. Very nicely done. Now Nepal very much in the zone to just go down there and complete formalities. 19 of 13. Captain Rohit holding fort. Gulshan Jha looking dangerous.
We are going to have a delayed toss, just confirmation of that for the game that follows here on this Turf Oval 2. That will be the critical Oman versus Kuwait game. If Oman win, they'll obviously top the group. If they lose, there's all sorts of permutations. They could even go out, depending upon the result of UAE Cambodia, and indeed the margin of defeat to Kuwait if they did lose. They'll be looking to stay perfect. Also looking to avoid Nepal in the semi-finals, you'd imagine. 19 off 13, the equation. Goes Fuller. Good fielding. And a good, wise decision to not release it because it keeps it to a dot. A smile on the face too. 2 overs remain. It's going to be 19 to win. Nepal 55 for 4. So Waji ul Hassan is going to bowl the 7th over. Starts right into the block hole. Jah gets a piece of it. Wants a second, but the captain sends him back. Just a single. It all comes down to this, Mikhail Vaswamy. It's 18 off 11. If Saudi can restrict them to 16 or less, they're going to the semi-finals. It's that simple. 17 from 11. We're off to a super over.
Oh, yes. How many can Nepal get in these final 11 deliveries? They need only 18. 3 strikes, technically, 3 big hits. We've seen 3 sixes being hit without much fuss in the middle today. Babar Hayat earlier in the day, in fact, hit 9 sixes in his innings of 80-odd runs in 35 deliveries.
Round the wicket, 2 wide outside the off stump will be given as a wide. No arguments from Waji. 16 off 11. Couple of big hits here, particularly from Gulshan Jah. That'll do it. Well, Mikhail Vaswamy, where's this game going?
I'd still want to favour the batting side here. They are ahead. 17 of 11. Nepal all the way. Taken on the full. Make that 11 in 10 now. That's a super hit by Captain Rohit Paudel.
I think they've got their bowling choices wrong. The 2 openers were exceptional. They've only gone for 24 combined from their 4 overs. Ishtiaq Ahmed, 2 for 7. They've gone to the part-time medium pace of Waji ul Hassan for 2 consecutively. I don't think it's the right choice. He's been pumped away, and I cannot understand why the hero from yesterday hasn't been given a bowl. He bowled 4 consecutive overs, 4 of the toughest overs of the game, 2 for 11. Slashed away behind square on the offside. Paudil's very quick. He's always going to get 2. Nepal's athleticism, their dexterity, their strength, their conditioning, it really is tangibly different to the other sides in the competition.
Very good observation there, Andrew. Yet again, that was Usman Najib. Just bowled that previous over. Didn't quite have that balance on the throw. And in the process, Nepal could just about steal that second run. The running between the wickets, well, Nepal the fastest. Must admit to that fact as well. Nimble-footed, just about take off in real time and get the second run in 1x speed.
Gets the block hole this time. The problem is Paudil's good enough to squeeze it out. Not just for 1. He's going to get 2 because the keeper's dropped the ball. I think this could well have been gone. Direct hit was definitely gone, surely. But they scramble home for the second.
Andrew, I feel even if Manan Ali would have collected it clean and dislodged the bails, Rohit was struggling. Now look at the intent in the running over here. Took off immediately after he played that. Usman Najib, nice 1 bounce throw. Now that should have been collected, and after that, had he broken the stumps with the ball in the gloves, that would have been out. Oh yes, Rohit is struggling, but the ball is in the air. Well, Rohit was nowhere in the frame. Nepal get a lucky break over here and an extra run.
You're spot on. He was really nowhere near it. It's not just aggressive running this time. I think we'll see from the reverse angle. I'm not sure that anyone actually appealed, but it's been sent upstairs. I think he's dropped the ball quite clearly. Going to need to see one more angle potentially. I think as soon as we see that, what you'll see pretty clearly is that the keeper's fumbled it. The throw was a good one. It was on the 1 bounce. It's where most wicket keepers would watch it. This should tell us for certain. The ball is out of the gloves very clearly. And that, just like that, it was going to give Saudi Arabia some hope. Instead, Rohit Paudel gets home for the second. And Nepal, well, they can see the finishing line, can't they? It's going to be 7 to win off just 8 balls. All things favour the men from the Himalayas. Rohit will be looking to ice it here in the penultimate if he can. Goes a long way up. Now where's this gone? Deep backward point comes in. He's not going to get there. They won't take on the second this time. Paudel survives. 6 to win off 7.
But the last 3 deliveries has gone to Usman Najib. 2 runs and now a single. And all of it, Nepal now have that equation well within their grasp. 6 and 7, 1 hit away. Gulshan Jha makes 6 hitting look very easy. Sure, one team will be watching this game with great intent and interest. It all boils down to the final over. What a contest we've had. The ACC Men's T20 Premier Cup has seen everything, Andrew.
It's been so good. It really has. It'll be a wide, I think. Not given yet. Still having to think. It's going to be given as a no ball, in fact. And I wonder, was there only 3 fielders in the circle? There was, you won't believe it. Deep third, should have been up. He was back. Oh, it's a cardinal error from Saudi Arabia. Gulshan Jha can finish it with a maximum, with a free hit.
And that's why Kalidas Viswanathan, the Empire, took his time, just did a survey of the field, and his alertness and awareness has to be applauded. In fact, short third was placed at third man. Now he comes in. That makes it 4 inside the circle.
The free hit doesn't cost anything, but a kick of the turf in frustration. It's 5 to win from the final over. Saudi Arabia are going to need something very, very special. Nepal, 69 for 4. Final overs incoming for Nepal to stay perfect, to make it 4 from 4, to get another confidence boost ahead of their semi-final against the second place side from Group B. They'll need 5 from 6. And for Saudi Arabia, well, their captain it's going to be who will place his trust in himself and try to pull a rabbit from the hat. It's not going to be easy. And he'll bowl his little box of mystery spin. Can he pull it off? 5-2 and off 6 for Nepal. Clever batting from Paudel. He's happy with the single, pushes hard for the second. He knows Gulshan Jha loves spin. Jha might try to end it with one big hit here.
Saudi Arabia need to be very fast, alert, quick on the field. The 2 Nepali batters are so good on the first run, they'll be applying pressure. And that's why the Saudi fielders will have to take their catches, attack the ball, keep the probable 2s to 1s, all happening here.
It's going to be a wide. It's outside the guideline and it's a good decision. I'll tell you why. Jha has not changed his stance at all. He's not come across. It was the little flicked in arm ball, wasn't it? Look at the blue guideline. It's clearly outside of that. Very good umpiring. Gets Nepal a run closer. 3 to win. Jha gets it over the head of the man at backward point. Gets it to the boundary. And Nepal, they stay perfect. They make it 4 from 4. Heartbreak for Saudi Arabia. So close, but yet so far from a tantalizing semi-final appearance. Nepal's flag, it flies high. Hong Kong 2. Close, but Gulshan Jha has played a sterling knock, and it's Nepal that go through with 4 wins from 4.
In the chase, Nepal lost early wickets, but Gulshan Jha provided the cushion and the carnage in the middle. What a defining knock he's played. Nepal prevailed 4 and 4 for them. They've been brilliant so far in this tournament. Once again, just went over backward point, and once that went over him, it went away to the ropes as well. As Nepal celebrate, and so will the fans as well. Every match we've seen a sizable Nepali crowd turn up for their boys, and the boys have not disappointed them. It's been a brilliant performance. Kushal Burtel failed to get the scoring going. Asif Sheikh as well departed early, and so did Kushal Malla. And Saudi Arabia found an opening. But then came the partnership between Airi and Gulshan Kumar Jha. That was a decisive one. It came at a quick rate. Airi scored 17 in 9. And Gulshan Kumar Jha got 32 unbeaten runs in 19 deliveries. Rohit Kumar Paudel played the perfect foil and the partner to Gulshan. Another very fine win. Saudi Arabia used a couple of options, but they may have missed a trick over here.
Yeah, and look at Kashif Abbas. He was called into bowl, but he was never given the ball. Not sure they got their options right. Look at how brilliant the two seamers were. Ishtiaq Ahmed and Usman Najib. They really gave Saudi a taste of how close they were to the semi-finals. They reduced Nepal to 15 for 3 and all sorts of trouble in the third over. But then Airi, Gulshan Jha, who for me was the star of the show, and Rohit Paudel's calmness, his coolness, his experience, it's guided Nepal home. Get a look at the highlights. They're going to be fast and furious. It was 3 early wickets, wasn't it? Bertel, the first to fall.
Check.
Oh yes, Saudi began well. They kept attacking, they kept taking their catches, and for a moment it looked like they were creating an opening for themselves.
Check.
And they did. 3 wickets that came in very quickly, and then all of that, this was the delivery of the match.
Check.
Ishtiaq getting in that dipping Yorker. But after that, it was a Gulshan Jha and Dipendra Singh Airi show. That partnership really came in handy, and at just the right time. Airi, as always, innovative, kept getting the big hits, only to find the field and the deep at one point. When he tried to accelerate, Ishtiaq with a little bit of a juggle managed to catch it. Paudel came in. This was a big 6 over mid-wicket. And then it was just a matter of time before Gulshan Jha applied the finishing touches in what ended up being a super win for Nepal.
Yeah, brilliant performance again, and I don't think they've quite been at their best here. Great credit to Pratish GC. I thought that was a very good over. His only over in the tournament so far. Karen KC in the wickets again. Bahara, player of the match in the last game. But for me, the star of the show was Gulshan Kumar Jha. Not for the first time. He rescued them in the first game. I think he's rescued them in their last group game too. Either way, they're going to be full of confidence, those reigning champions, going into the semi-final. And we'll find out this afternoon who'll they play. Will it be UAE? Will it be Oman? Or will it be Kuwait? I just wonder, could it be UAE? See it in the Classical. Stories. We could have another one come Friday. Remember, it's a day off tomorrow before those semi-finals on Friday. But first, we've got those afternoon clashes that will wrap up Group B. 3 teams are fighting out for 2 semi-final spots. We'll have the toss for that game very shortly. But firstly, we'll have the post-match in a few moments. So we'll leave you for now. That is the next game, the afternoon game, with Oman taking on Kuwait here at the Oman Cricket Academy Turf 2. With me, Andrew Leonard. I'll have Pranav Mehta alongside me for the whole afternoon. It's the two of us bringing you the action. Don't go anywhere too far. We'll hear from both captains in the post-match, and we'll find out who the player of the match is in about 5 minutes' time. tell me. Okay, time for the presentation with group stars. Saudi Arabia, Hisham. Fantastic view, but
The second inning today. They scored. I think then I would have been a little bit missing how we in the way they as well.
contest, obviously the video.
No, I think but, just the
Yesterday was
yeah, we planned to get left arm spinners in, but I think when lefties got in, Gulshan as well as I think the other guy, Kushal Malla, I think that's when we changed a bit. But looking at how the pitch was behaving, I think it was someone who had pace could restrict the total, like how they did as well.
no question. Probably biggest win in and for Saudi Arabian cricket.
Obviously, this is a semi part of the winning, and today my team. I think next tournament we are inshallah.
Hisham, I've loved watching the boys play, gone about it in a brilliant manner. I think that future is very, very. Commiserations, congratulations as well. That's Hisham Sheikh. Road pedal. The capital's going to come into me. But 4 games, 4 away. Job done. It's final.
Still not done, especially mainly to qualify for the East Cup. So yeah, most but they played throughout. I think we are very happy that we want to continue to fight.
Other people may grab the headline. Special work at the first game of the tournament. That one over was one that we could have been critical.
Absolutely, we want to give the time to him, especially today. We can give the game world in the 8-over game. So it will be well, especially main Vic. So yeah.
Does it go still in a headache eventually that semi-final?
I think we today. Let's see what.
You getting better and better throughout the summer. Are you very confident?
I think each and every we are not overconfident. We have so yeah we'll take one game at a time.
See you Friday. Our AC match referee to come and join me. That's Mr. Hammy. We're going to make the match this game today. Batted brilliantly, 52 runs to name. It was Gulshan is a war, Mr. Hammy. Well, the AC match. Quick, thank you. Very tight. First, with your
My country.
the semi-finals competitive game. You played in the ACC Premier. You could play again.
We are very excited for the finals and hope to do our day.
Well, Shan, that's the play. The match is going to wrap from the post. We got an up tea. Almost ready for Oman Cricket Academy.
Changes in the